Okay, so I just thought it was about time I got the Jeep out and hitch the gun up and see how she looks. Not too bad. There's still a few jobs I need to do. I've rebuilt this elevation unit. As you can see there, you can see how I've built it. I've made this bracket which bolted into the original two holes I drilled there, and this is the car jack mounted upside down, and there's a universal joint which I've fixed on with a split pin through it onto the squared off shaft which drives the jack. To get a better look at how I've done the bracket, you see there I've bent this piece of steel at a right angle, then I've mounted it sideways onto this plate I've bolted on, and I've welded a pipe across at the bottom which a bolt then fits right through. If you look under there, see how it's done. I've also gone all the way around the casing of the jack with the welder so that moisture doesn't get into the case. So it needs the rest of the bits fixing onto there. It needs a shaft which comes out of there, runs across to the other side, and then has a universal joint of some form which comes up on the other side to a hand wheel somewhere around about here. I stitched this up in the week on an old sewing machine. It's got a bit of paracord on it and a release, you know, a tensioner there, paracord stuck in the end, and then it just ties back here. That keeps the rain out of it. There's still a little bit of shake in this, which I'm not quite happy about. See, there's a bit of flex in it, and it's going to bounce around a lot like that when I tow it, unless I can do something about it. Maybe put some sort of extra securing bar on it while it's being towed. So I'm thinking about how to do that right at the moment. Something that I can bolt onto it which locks the whole thing absolutely solid while I'm towing it. To be honest with you, because it's only a simulator, most of the time whatever I make and fit onto it could probably stay there. It's purely just going to be dragged into a position and set up to go bang. So it doesn't really matter about being able to adjust all the parts, as long as all the parts are there and look like they can be adjusted. That's the main thing. So as you know, it does traverse if I undo the traverse lock down here. Yeah, so it's at a point now where it probably wants to be toe tested, but I'd be happier if there was a locking bar to make everything extremely solid at the back end there. This is the tow hitch I've got on the Jeep, and you can see there's the distance that I've got underneath. Now hopefully that is enough. It's probably about 6 inches. I have to be careful with these distances because as I've mentioned before, I live in an area where the council deems it necessary to put bumps in all the roads. So yeah. Now I did have a video about this Jeep on before my channel was deleted last year. This is not a World War II Willys Jeep, as many of you will know straight away. It's a reproduction that was made by a guy in Scotland, and I just made a few tweaks to make it look a little bit better. I made the windscreen for it, the gun mount and the 30 cal, and I put period wheels on it. The radio in the back of this is bits of old test equipment from work thrown out, and it's not actually a radio, it's a large MP3 player, or at least the MP3 player's in the side, and there's an amplifier inside the box. And to make it work, I basically take this cord here, which is connected to the ammunition box there where there's batteries inside it. So I basically plug that in the top, flick that to long wave, and I should be able to turn that on like so, and then push play. Needs a bit of a clean. It's been 5 months of winter in my garage with lots of angle grinder dust blowing over it. I did take it for a run down to the petrol station about an hour or so ago, hour and a half ago, and I noticed that it developed a fuel leak on the petrol return pipe back to the fuel tank. So I got underneath, had a look, and one of the rubbers had perished, so I've had to replace that. Now hopefully it should be okay now. A little bit later on, I think I might take this and try towing it, see how it behaves. But as I've said, I'd be happier if I could lock all this solid, more solid. So at the moment I've thrown a bit of extra rope around it, but I don't really want to be leaving it like that. I want something more permanent. Yeah, the Jeep is actually a Suzuki SJ from the 1980s. If I pop that back, can see in here. Suzuki. It's not got the right number of slots in the front grille, but it's actually not so bad, because I have actually got a proper original front grille, and I've compared the two, and they're the same width. So if I wanted, I could cut this off and fit the proper grille on it one day. The only reason I haven't done it is because it's quite a solid job that the guy who made this has done, and at the end of the day I'm not that worried. But if I ever feel like spending the extra time on it, when I do have any time, that is, I could do it. The jerry can on the back is not actually a petrol jerry can, it's a French vin can, which would contain wine. The French army carry wine in their jerry cans. Yeah, they don't carry water around, they use wine because their water's not very good. See, there's the socket which goes in to this box, which has gel cell batteries in it. I changed the steering wheel. When I got this, it had a Suzuki steering wheel on it, which was well, pretty naff looking. So I decided I'd just pick this one up at an auto jumble. It's not actually a Jeep wheel, but it works. I've also extended the steering column so that this fits better. The gun rack is mounted non-standard, it's mounted upside down, as people will point out, and I normally just keep a Thompson in it, and I'm quite happy with it, because putting the Thompson in it hides the fact that I've put a electric windscreen wiper system in it, and the motor's sat over there at the end.
And although he now says he put forward reasonable
Laterne stehen, mit ihr mit ihr